I'm just really concerned. In a nutshell, I'm just really concerned that what I'm doing will not set me up for success. There we go, in summary. I can't snap, that's great. Also, sorry if I'm like super nasally. I hear the nasaliness right now, but I hope it doesn't sound as bad as it sounds to me, because I'm just like paranoid about myself. Hashtag social anxiety. Also, I don't understand why iMovie edits, like, at least for me, whenever I edit, like, I edit properly so there's enough space between, kind of, like, I don't know. So it's not just cutting to a word, but that's what it makes it sound like. And if anyone knows how to stop iMovie from doing really choppy edits, I'd love to know, because I just, like, can't figure it out. Hello, welcome back to another video. Today is September 4th and I'm going to be doing a back to school video. This will probably become part of a series because I have a lot of school related things that I want to talk about. This video is going to be focused on my goals, worries, and excitements about my grade 12 year, which is my senior year or my last year in high school, and I literally can't believe that. This will be posted Friday the 8th of September, and I went back to school on Wednesday, 2 days ago. If you're seeing this then. I decided to post this before finishing the rest of my anxiety disorder series because it was actually current with the school year. My next video will likely focus on my first 3 days of school or my first week of school and how that's gone. Unless I just decide to combine this with this video depending on how long or short they are. I'm going to start with my goals. I would love to be fully walking around the school properly, preferably without a cane, but it doesn't really matter to me because that's not a priority as long as I'm walking by next semester. Because this summer I have made a ton of progress, thankfully, out at my cabin. Walking up and down big hills has really strengthened my leg muscles, and I try to go for 2 to 3 walks per day. I'd love to do more, but with all the things I'm doing to get ready for back to school, I just don't feel like I have enough time, and plus I need to have that in-between time so that my leg muscles can rest and recuperate so it can actually build the muscle properly. I need to give myself a bit of time for this semester also because I'm going to be adjusting to a whole new year and it will be the busiest and craziest year of my life, especially with diploma exams and all the work that's thrown at us in such a short amount of time, even more than before. So I'll be lucky if I can even put up with that. But also because I still do have a phobia of big hallways, and I'd like to take it a little bit more step by step so I don't just freak out on the first day of school and realize that I like suddenly can't get to class and I'm stuck in the hallway, because that would be like the worst feeling in the world. So I feel like next semester is a fair goal point where it's not like it gives me enough time to work on it, but not too much so I don't just slack off, you know. And I'm going to be practicing walking during lunch times and any breaks that I really have, like to go, because we have ramps in our school, not from like the levels, like there's stairs or elevators for like, well, there's an elevator, or you can use several different stairs to get to the next level because there's 2 levels. However, within that level, there is ramps. I don't know why, it's really annoying, honestly, and just makes it way harder for me to even think about walking down them, because they're really steep. They're like, I don't know, probably 45-degree angle ramps. Maybe that's not even steep, I don't know, like for some people, but it's definitely steep for me. I really want to work on my social anxiety this year because it's like the last year that I'll be able to talk to people without them being adults, because in university, everything's like way different, I'm sure. I've also gained a lot of confidence this summer, so I'm hoping I can keep that with me for this school year. I always say, as I'm going to approach someone, I'm like, should I talk to them? Like, I really don't want to. And then yesterday, when I was out walking my dog, I came across a neighbor and I'm like, I should say hi, it's polite to say hi. And then I'm like, oh, I really don't want to. But then my, like, confident self kind of just came up and over it and said, when do you ever want to talk to people? That's what social anxiety is. You have to talk to people in order to get better at it, so you want to do it more. And I'm like, I'm totally right. So I just said hi and struck up a conversation with the neighbor. Yay, winning. I'm going to try to use that mindset more this year. I hope it will help me because I know that it's worth it to try to overcome anxiety. and I need to talk to people in like university and jobs and stuff, so working on it now and really trying to overcome it will be ideal for this year. I'm thinking of possibly joining choir since I've recently self-taught, I guess, myself how to sing decently. Although, like, I don't know if I can sing in front of people, so I'm kind of struggling with that idea, but I think it's worth a shot considering I don't usually join any clubs. So I think I'll try it out, and if I really hate it, then I'll be like, sorry, my social anxiety is getting in the way, goodbye. Assuming I'm not too busy with everything else, I know I'll be too busy. I don't understand how people are supposed to do like clubs and volunteer and all the things that people look for in jobs in university. Like, how do you do that when you're bombarded with more work than you can possibly handle and expected to get good grades? Like, I do not understand that. I also really need to learn how to add balance in my life, and that was like my second goal of the summer other than walking more, but I ended up like not doing that. I'm like, let's start a YouTube channel instead. So I put in a lot of effort and stress into this YouTube thingy that I've started. It's like good that I'm doing things, but it just really sucks that I still don't understand how to not freak out over little tiny things, because the thing is that you're always going to have something to do, like no matter what you have going on in your life, even if you're like dying, you're always gonna have something that you can do. So there will always be stress if you can't figure out how to add the balance in your life to make you feel more calmer, like meditation. Like, I basically need to meditate. But it'll be really important this year because I will need to have balance so I don't have a mental breakdown like every single day. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to stop being such a perfectionist, even though I know that means that my grades will lower. I'm kind of aiming for 80s instead of 90s this year. I'm not sure if that's like a great idea, because you should always shoot for like the best that you can, but not when it's literally causing you harm. I usually don't procrastinate very much, which is a good thing, but I just overdo it on everything, like I've said before. You see, the problem here is that it's the last year, so everything counts way more. Like, I know the grade 11 mark was like the ones that meant it, and thankfully I was over 90 in all my classes, yay! There's a quote that I really like. It's a Tumblr post by the user UNDETERR-ED. Friendly reminder, doing your best does not mean working yourself to the point of a mental breakdown. And then Vastderp, VASTDERP, replied with, this one still smashes me in the face 10 times a year. Do not ignore pain. It's no longer your best at that point. It's like the most helpful advice I've ever come across, honestly. And I post this probably like once a month because I have to keep reminding myself that it is not worth it to like drive myself insane for like, what, a number? And it probably won't even determine whether I get into university or not, honestly. Because I'm a hard worker, and if people don't know that by now, then they are missing out. And of course I would love to keep working on YouTube in my free time, but I know that it's gonna be like the hardest year of my life, pretty much, school-wise, so I don't want that to be a priority, and I'm sorry if I just like stop posting all of a sudden. I hope that doesn't happen. Like I said, I'm a really determined person, and I'm hoping that will apply to YouTube as well. However, I have prepared 7 videos, and the 8th one I am making today for fillers if I need some help. So technically, that could get me through 2 months of not even having to work on YouTube if I needed to, but I'd like to space them out and try to film little things here and there. They might be like 1-minute tip videos, like here's something that's helped me, and they might be like 10 minutes, I'm just gonna talk about my day kind of videos. I have no idea what this is gonna be like, but I like this YouTube thing a whole lot more than I thought I would, so I really hope that I keep going on it and don't let the whole, schoolwork thing stop me from doing this. And moving on to my worries. I'm concerned that despite the confidence I've earned this summer, it's still going to be just as hard to try to overcome my social anxiety, because, like, school is a completely different setting from my cabin and anywhere that I'm not around a ton of people. Like home, like it's normal for me to be comfortable and confident with who I am at home, which is why I'm able to do these YouTube videos, because I'm not directly talking to a zillion people. So I'm super concerned that I'm just gonna go right back into that like quiet mindset where I don't talk to anybody and I overthink literally everything, and I hope that doesn't happen, but who knows. But I'm still gonna try my best, like no matter what. Is prom a thing? Dear God, I hope not. Because that requires like asking people like, hey, do you want to go to prom with me? I can't even say hi to people, let alone ask them to prom or hope to be asked to prom, which means you have to talk to people so they like know you exist. And I want to do that anyways, but like, that sounds like a whole lot of stress that I would so much rather not worry about, honestly. And everyone says you regret it if you don't go to your high school prom, so I feel like I know I should, and I'd probably just go with like a friend or something, but I don't want to be in the way, and I'm already thinking about it, and I don't even know if it's a thing. It might just be like a graduation party. I don't know, okay? But it scares me just to think about it. What if I decide to go for the Bachelor of Science in the university that I want to get into, but I can't because I didn't do chemistry 20 and 30, which is what it requires to get into that, because instead I have done science 20 and 30, like just general science, because I'm interested in everything, not just chemistry. Oh yeah, so I could take out the math 30-1 and the science 30, and I could do chem 20 in first semester and chem 30 in second semester, but then I wouldn't have the 30-1 math, which I'd really like to get over now if I wanted to do it like for the psychology thing. So like I want to keep as many options as I can open, but I'm also not going to have a spare if I don't drop creative writing, and this has nothing to do with this, but I'm just really concerned. In a nutshell, I'm just really concerned that what I'm doing will not set me up for success. There you go, in summary. How do you even apply for a university? Nobody teaches you anything. I'm so confused. I know nothing. Do you have to like send in a resume or something? My resume sucks if I do. Like, I don't know anything. Am I gonna take a gap year? Like, between high school and university? Apparently it's harder to get like grants and scholarships if you do that. So like, I don't know if that's the best idea, but I don't even know how to do grants or scholarships. Like, I don't know anything about what I'm supposed to do, which means I have to talk to my counselor, and I know that, and that's stressful, and I'm concerned. And what if I have to go somewhere out of my city, like not in the 2 universities that I'm thinking about that are literally in my city? Because I'm like, well, I don't really want to. Like, I'm not independent enough yet, and that's why I could take a gap year, because it would help me to become more independent, which is something I'm still considering. I don't know. I have to look into all of these options, honestly. Like, I probably could leave my city, except like separation anxiety, social anxiety, and that would be fun. If I like had to. I feel like it would be a good life experience, but I don't know if it would be good for me. Like, I don't feel like I could handle it in a way that would make me successful. And what if I don't get into the university I want to get into, which isn't really that great, it's just because it's like close to my house that I care, but because I don't volunteer or do very many clubs. Like, is that a problem? Do they look at that? Does it matter? I mean, I've heard it does, so I'm kind of concerned. You'd think someone like me would overdo it and be like, oh my god, I have to do literally everything. But I just focus so hard on my schoolwork that like I don't even think about anything else. I'm lucky if I can say hi to 3 people a day, honestly. But I don't want my anxiety, if I say I have anxiety so I haven't joined a lot of clubs, I don't want that to be like a reason that I'm not getting into a university, but I also want people to know about it. Does that make any sense? I'm sorry, I'm talking really fast. And what if I get so overwhelmed this year that I can't keep up with schoolwork and my grades drop because I'm going crazy like every single day? I mean, I feel like everybody knows what I mean and gets that and feels that, but I'm gonna do what I can. And then there's diploma exams, and hello, I have test anxiety. I've developed it last year. Like, I've never had test anxiety in my life, but I developed it last year because like it was stressing me out so much, or I guess that was grade 10. Anyway, I have test anxiety, and like diploma exams, are you kidding me? It's like 40% of your mark. Probably more than that. Like, that scares me. And I suck at reading comprehension, so my English exam will suck. And essays are not my forte either. They used to be, until I like didn't know how to write them all of a sudden. Okay, moving on. Excitements! Yay for learning and doing more work. I'm like actually super excited for the whole learning thing, because it's been 2 months since I've learned anything like sciencey or mathy, and I really enjoy learning, if you can't tell how excited I am right now. And I finally get to ride the public bus. Again, I've made so many videos that I like can't remember what I've said and what I haven't, and what you know and what you don't, because some of the videos I've made before I'm not posting until like I need to, until I have a time when I'm too busy to do anything else but to post video I've already made. So Yeah, anyway, in case you don't know, I am going to be taking the bus, the public bus, which I guess you don't really care about, but I care because it's super independent, and I know no one is ever excited about riding a bus because it's like the most stinky, boring, pathetic, people-filled thing in the whole world. However, I finally have independence to do it, and I won't have to wake up at like 5:30 every morning to ride the Dreams bus, which is kind of like a handicap bus, which is what I did last year. And like that was a good independent step too, but this is like way more important and way better because I can finally feel a little bit more normal and have freedom again, yay. And just in general, I'll have more independence and freedom walking wise. Like even just going out for walks, I actually feel like I'm finally free from my stupid anxiety. Of course, not entirely. I still get anxiety here and there, but it feels a whole lot better now that I can actually like do things. Like even tiny things that most people wouldn't even think twice about, but like I can park my scooter outside of the classroom so it's not in the way, heck yeah. And I can choose a seat rather than being just close to the door. Maybe I can walk and do things inside the classroom, like in art. I can walk to go get all my materials, and I can feel normal for a second and not like the handicapped child that people are just required to be nice to. That'll be fun. That's pretty much what I'm thinking about for my last high school year. I hope it'll be a good time. I don't know, like I said, balance is my #1 goal, pretty much. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.